Head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, Mr. Sean McVay. Welcome to ESPN's coverage of the NFL Draft.
For having me, Peter. This is a cool deal where we're able to honor all these first responders, be able to do it here. You can probably hear some good action in the background. They didn't stop what was going on for the draft, that's for sure.
Tell us about where you are at and why this is such a special place for the Rams and their draft house this year.
Yeah.
Just to be able to be here, Los Angeles Fire Department in Van Nuys and seeing these people, what a special group of people. You talk about representing everything that you want sports to be about, transformational over transactional. They inspired us, and I've been able to meet a lot of special people over the last couple of days, even when we came out and Les and I filmed that cool little promo where we looked like Goose and Maverick. So this has been an awesome deal and a great way to be able to honor a lot of real heroes.
And Sean, early on, you were supposed to be in the first round. You traded out. You now have double ones. I'm curious to know what it's like to go from having a motto of F them picks to collecting them the way that you have.
Yeah, I'm not a delayed gratification guy, but it was too good of a deal to be able to pass up. And really, we felt really good about being able to go back. Ferguson was a guy that we had targeted with one of those earlier picks. And obviously, the Falcons really wanted Pierce.
They got Pierce, and you guys got a guy you like too. Hunter, the running back out of Auburn. I know he was high on the board over there. Take us through the process of going and getting your guy today.
Yeah, it was good. I think the way that this whole thing's unfolded, to be able to come away with Ferguson and Josiah Stewart, and then to be able to come back today and say, all right, you're looking at it, let's add another good player. With Kyron Williams leading the way, obviously really excited about Blake Corum, got some other guys in that room, but Hunter was a guy, he produced at a high level in the SEC. He's got the ability to go through you or away from you with his speed. And we had a Zoom with him last week, and he's a man's man, like his temperament, like the way that the game speaks to us when you watch his tape. And he's a stud. And we've been really excited about being able to add Ty Hamilton and Pooh Paul as well.
Sean, you mentioned Terrence Ferguson, and I heard you compare him to the first tight end you coached in the NFL, Chris Cooley, as well as Travis Kelce. What do you see in his game that makes you think that?
Yeah, and that's a huge compliment. Chris Cooley is one of the all-time greats. I learned so much from him, and then when my first year as a tight end coach, that class was legendary with Travis coming out and a bunch of other great players. But just the body lean, the mannerisms, the good instincts and feel, I think he really comes to life best after the catch, which is one of the things that I loved about Cooley, and obviously what's made Travis a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever he decides to finish up what's been an incredible career. So he's got a long way to go to live up to those comparisons, but that was how high of regard we held him in. There was a collective buy-in, and I think it allows us to be able to do some things that will increase our versatility personnel-wise. And you saw what a spark Tyler Higbee brought to our offense when he came back from injury. And Terrence is another guy that we've got a lot of confidence in, as well as with Colby and with Davis in that room.
The wide receiver room might look a little different this year. Cooper Kupp is gone, but Davante Adams is there. First look, give us a sneak peek. How does Davante Adams look in the Sean McVay offense?
We'll see. He's obviously been a great player. You know the respect that I have for him and what his body of work has been. I've really enjoyed just getting to know him better, understanding great family man, unbelievable passion for the game. When you talk football with this guy, it's incredible just the inventory of knowledge that he's pulling for, the way that he sees the game through the lens of a quarterback, similar to some of the things that were so special about Cooper. And he's got a really good golf game. So very passionate about those three things, but I love being around him, and he is a true stud, and he has already become a big fan in the locker room with all these guys that have a lot of respect and reverence for him as well.
Hey, we're about 2 months removed from when the whispers started coming out about a potential Matthew Stafford departure, and yet it seems like you guys might be better than ever right now. Where are we at with Stafford and that whole process, how it went down to then deciding, yeah, you know what, let's run this thing back?
Yeah, I think you're really grateful when you look back on it. And, just speaking with both of you guys throughout that process, the end goal and the hope and anticipation was to have him come back. And sometimes to be able to go through those things, you can be closer. And I know, I really cherish the relationship that we've built, really my relationship and our relationship with each other's families. And I do believe that we're closer than ever. I think we're really excited about extending the partnership for hopefully years to come. I know we'll be able to have a couple years taken care of, and he decides that he wants to go off into the sunset after next year, however that goes, or if he wants to play a couple more years. I think he's feeling really good, and I couldn't be happier with the direction that we're headed as a team with him leading the way.
Sean, last question. Can't let you go without asking about a Michigan man in the 3rd round, the 90th overall selection, Josiah Stewart, and what he might bring to your team.
Well, when you look at his tape, I mean, that was one of the cooler calls that I've ever had, in the 9 years that we've been doing this. But passionate. This guy has a relentless motor, great rush ability. He might measure small, but he plays big. When he's taking on pulling guards or taking on tackles at the point of attack or beating up tight ends in the C area, and then he can get to the quarterback. But the passion that this guy plays with is the same way that he received the call when Les and myself spoke with him last night. To be able to team him up with Jared Verse and with Byron Young under Joe Caniglio's leadership and Chris Shula, really excited about that. He's a stud. He's a Ram. He's one of us, and we're excited to bring him into the mix.
Sean, I know you're not on social media yourself, but Whitworth has been posting these 5 a.m. videos of you in the gym, like deadlifting. What? Take us through the Sean McVay morning. You look different right now. You're looking a little bit jacked up. What do we got?
I've been working with the big fella. Those were rubber weights. They weighed about 5 pounds apiece, but let's not let the truth get in the way of a good story. But it's been awesome hanging with the big fella, trying to stay in shape, more for the mentals. But I appreciate you recognizing the hard work we've been putting in, Peter.
Of course, come on. Sean McVay, head coach Los Angeles Rams, there with the first responders. Really cool of you guys, and please wish everyone our best out there out west.
Thank you, Sean.
Appreciate you guys having me. Thanks, guys.